Today we have a wonderful guest, my friend Ariclenes Silva, and we are remote viewing together. So a lot of our journey has been as professional remote viewers, and we are now we are just talking about some really interesting projects with the financial market, which is just, for me, it's very fun to use your psychic gifts and abilities in the form of remote viewing to be predicting the stock markets. I mean, it's just so much fun. So here we are. Thank you, Audie. We call him Audie for short. Thank you for coming on
Yeah,
to my show.
thanks for having me.
I want to jump in right away. I want to ask you about how you were drawn to remote viewing. What happened? How did you get involved? You're in talks with Tony, remote viewing groups, and also his professional groups. What has that journey been like for you?
Well, first of all, my brain was always going 1,000 miles, like a second, not even an hour. It
Mm.
was just a lot of thinking, a lot of mess, too many ideas that I could track of, too many creativity that I could not kind of organize them and focus them.
Mm.
And in readings that people did to me in tarot and other stuff, they always, like, all of them told me your psychic ability or your psychic level is too high. And
Wow.
because you are not doing anything with it, it's kind of like you're getting punished. That's why you have like all these incoherence in your head, like the
Wow.
thoughts coming at 1,000 miles an hour. And I never found something that I could do with this, to put this psychic into work. And then for 1.5 or 2 months, I was watching a lot of Tony's videos on YouTube. I was kind of constantly seeing Tony's videos,
Mm-hmm.
interviews with many different people, and I always liked him. You can tell that he speaks fluidly, naturally. He is not pretending to be who he's not, and he's not trying too hard
Yes.
to
Mm-hmm.
impress or try to convince people. He's just himself.
Yes.
And then I thought, okay, it got some point that I got something screaming at me, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. This is
Mm.
it. This is what you have been looking for to put your psyche to work. And then I was like, okay, that's about it. It's time. So I started doing it, and I'm not gonna lie. The first time I saw Tony on my screen, and I was part of the group about to do, like, to learn the remote viewing. I was very excited. I was like, damn, this is happening. I never imagined to be in a call with Tony. It was very exciting for me.
Wow. Wow. That's it. And from the beginning, I don't remember your first remote viewings, but it really has been extremely fast that you are accurately describing the target almost like every time, right? This happened really fast for you.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Tony almost accused me of cheating right in the first in the first week. It was
Oh, wow.
like, Ari, right? How do I call your name? Ariclenes. He was struggling with my name. Even Portuguese people struggle with my name.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, Ari, did you cheat? I was like, what? Wow, I just did it. I tried it.
Wow.
And
Wow.
then, yeah, I found out that I'm actually good. And all
Yes.
those noise, all those voices that were telling me to use it, they were not wrong. It was the
Yes.
right direction. And as soon on the first week, the first call, when I started doing it for the
Mm-hmm.
remote viewing, You won't believe me, the thoughts stabilized automatically.
Oh, wow.
My head stabilized.
Wow. Yes. This is an interesting topic because when I started as well, something crystallized. My dreams changed, my life changed, my perception, my the way I navigated this 3D dimension. It does something to the brain when you're putting it into that kind of hemi-sync state all the time to gather data. It does something, right, to your reality.
Yeah. And makes you realize that, well, your thoughts, your imagination, they are something. They are not garbage as we are led to think.
Wow.
And they mean something. The creator did not create imagination, thoughts, emotions, feelings just because. Everything has its use and
Wow.
everything has its place, right?
Mm. Wow. Wow. And
So
it's it uh-huh.
uh, mhm. That's how
Oh,
I view it. That's how I perceive it. It does change you. It does change how you see things, how you experience the world around you. Of course, it's not in like this in an instant. It changes you over time. It changes even more your confidence on yourself. That's the most important.
yes, absolutely. That's also a factor. You start to see that you're an incredible a creature, that you're an incredible divine being with these gifts. I agree with you. What does it feel like for you when you're collecting the data for remote viewing using those kind of psychic gifts? What does it feel like when and also if you really know that the data is true, because you start to know what data might be kind of noise and what data is real. What does that feel like for you? What is it like?
Well, where do I start? It feels different every time, of course. Not not a single session is the same as the other one. They are a little bit similar, right?
Mm, mhm.
But they are different every time. I don't believe that it will be what the time that any session would be the same as the previous one or any other one. And and it varies from only getting logical information and you don't feel any sensations at all. You don't
Mm,
feel any smells
mm.
or you have any feelings or emotional alterations on you.
Oh,
And it can even be physical,
yes.
right?
Mm,
It can even be physical and you feel different in each session. And when, for me, when the target is with a lot of energy and is big or has um, other psychic and evolved beings, let's say,
mm,
in the
mm.
viewing, I tend to connect with those beings
Oh, wow.
in a very straightforward uh, way. And I also can kind of detect barriers where there is something
Yes.
trying to
Mm-hmm.
lock me out or prevent me to go forward. And I
Mm-hmm.
notice it,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, 2, 3, or around from 2 to 5 seconds, I know afterwards exactly what I have to do to bypass that barrier.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that you're able to see the energetic barriers or blockages or even screen illusions kind of to keep you confused and not getting the data. I remember you said you're able to know exactly how to go past them, which, some remote viewers don't have that. Yeah.
And it
Mhm.
happens every time. And
Wow.
since I started doing it, it happens every time. It's like the more you try to block me, the it's kind of the easier for me to bypass it.
It
Could be something wrong that I will see, but
Yes.
usually happens so that I can go through it
Uh-huh.
and see what is on the other side of the barrier.
What is for people who are very, very psychic, like you are. Like, what are some of the things you've learned about your psychic gifts doing this, or like, are there techniques that you've developed yourself? I know I have my own little special things when I'm remote viewing. How has like remote viewing helped you get some technique for using your psychic gifts, if any?
Hmm. I don't know. I would call my psychic ability adaptive.
Okay.
I am adaptive to the
Mm-hmm.
situation. It
Mm-hmm.
might be different for other people, but I am adaptive to the situation. But one thing that is very, very important and to remember is that you can remote view, you can access the data,
Mm-hmm.
and you are very capable of doing it. And during the day, in the 24 hours of your day, you are the person who talks to yourself the most throughout the
Mm-hmm.
day because you are with yourself 24/7. There
Yeah,
is no escape. And you have
that's right.
and you have that 24/7 talk. Even when
Yes.
you're sleeping, you're kind of
Yeah.
talking.
Yes. I'm
But
gonna
it's
write
very
that.
important. Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
important to remember that despite sometimes of you not getting the data
Mm-hmm.
correct, and Tony always pull up that those three triangles that something is not right in those in that trinity.
Yeah.
Um, you have just to remember that you can do it
Mm-hmm.
and you have done it before, so you can
Yes.
keep doing it. So it's something that is playing
Mm-hmm.
um, on the
Mm-hmm.
side or during your week or during your day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just to remember every day that despite anything, you are very capable and able to do it when you have like this conversation with yourself. Of course, it's not always possible to do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just this past week, I didn't do the second target
Mm-hmm.
because I was tired and I was like, I don't know, this is going to be a waste. I'm not going to do it. It
Right.
would be nice, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
So your
Yeah.
physical state,
Yes. Yes.
mostly in terms of being rested well, or
Mm-hmm.
the tiredness of your body plays a
Mm-hmm.
big factor on it.
What is your session like? What do you do when you do a session? Um, and also like the timing of it too. Sometimes I can dive in for an hour, but sometimes I only have 15 minutes. What is it like for you when you prepare and tune in for a reading?
Well, yeah, well, it depends on the day, also how the day went, how stressful the day went. But when I'm sitting, well, it sometimes happens that I cannot really count down
Mm-hmm.
enough.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, when I sit, the first thing I tell myself is that I'm good at this, not just
Wow.
to
Wow.
not just to tell myself and
Yeah.
to like pamper or try to build the self-esteem on myself, but
Wow.
just to remember. It's just to remember. It's not me telling this to lie to myself or trying to pull the my um my spirit high. It's just
Yeah.
to remember first and foremost that I'm good at this.
Yeah.
I've done it before. I'm
Wow.
good at this. I can do this. And I will
Wow.
do it. Even
Yeah.
though it might not go like that well, all of it, but it's something that you can do to
Yes.
put yourself in that position already. And
Wow.
then,
Hmm.
yeah. Well, and then I have 5 minutes meditation. Sometimes
Sure.
I I go to meditate. Most recently, I prefer to lay down
Mm-hmm.
because I found out that,
Mm-hmm.
like I would say 2 or 3 weeks ago, I kind of had the realization that it's very important for your entire body to be relaxed
Ah,
because
very
your
interesting.
muscles, like all your body, is one thing. We collect information to the heart and goes to the
Mm-hmm.
head, but all the other muscles have memory also, and can like um,
Mm.
stream information. So the muscle on your back, your arms,
Mm-hmm.
because when you do have sensations during the remote viewing,
Yeah.
it's the other parts of your body, not really your heart or your brain, right?
Oh, interesting. Uh-huh. Yeah,
So
so
if you
laying
are
down.
really relaxed,
Yeah, that's good to know. I've done some sitting up. Yeah, but I'm always like slumped over, with like Faraday fabric over and, like really relaxed. Yeah, it's important. That is a very good point. Um, and for
I
anything, for
gotta try that with the
the,
fabric.
I look like a crazy woman. Yeah, I have the Faraday fabric, sometimes like a, quartz crystal on my head and um it does help. I think the Faraday fabric can get you into that state faster where
Okay.
you're, but I can do it without, but um yeah, that's kind of my little routine as well. Sometimes you meditate, other times you just get into calm
I do meditate.
space. Uh-huh.
I do meditate like every time, but
Okay.
sometimes I can do only 5 minutes and I don't have any more patience to meditate. I was like,
Right.
okay, done. I have
Me
to
too.
jump right into it, right?
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
then sometimes it's 20 minutes, sometimes it's 30 minutes, and sometimes I put an alarm on my phone like
Oh.
30 minutes after I start the meditation
Uh-huh.
because I go lay down and I might fall asleep,
Fall
take a
asleep.
small nap,
Which
and
is
does
good.
work well.
Yeah, it does
It
work
does
well.
work well.
Yeah.
You get into the alpha state very quickly and you kind of wake up already there
You're
and then you
already
start doing this
relaxed.
session, right?
Oh, that's good. Do you envision anything when you're probing for the data? Do you have a set vision that you see?
Well, it's
Like how do
different every
you,
time. It's
yeah, it's different.
I try to get visuals.
Hmm.
Sometimes the words come first, but usually
Oh,
with me is these are like visions, and
visions. Okay.
sometimes it's like a whole picture,
Yeah.
and 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 it's correct. But I remember right away that Tony said, "Okay, when you get like the entire object,
Yes.
usually it's not that, you know." And I was like, "Okay, calm down,
Uh-huh.
s- go backwards a little bit, just try to see some lines or some shapes." And then
Okay,
go from
okay.
there. And if the same thing shows up, okay, I draw it.
Yes, I see. Okay. Yeah, do you ever get the initial data dump and put it into a character? Why am I forgetting the name of it? The initial
Switch it.
sketch.
Ah,
Yeah,
the
like,
interface. Ah,
you
the
know,
probe, ideogram.
yeah, the ideogram. Thank you. Yes. Do you do that as well? Or
Yeah, I do. Sometimes I do probe the ideogram, and
Mhm.
sometimes I do probe the 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 coordinates of the target.
Me
I
too.
spell it. I spell it.
You want to
Maybe
go
that's
back and
why
forth?
we. Maybe that's why we're good.
Maybe there's a secret for everybody.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
do like go with the pen
Hmm.
letter by letter and number. When I stop at the last one, I
Hmm.
close my
Hmm.
eyes and try to
Hmm.
get what the data
Yeah.
for whatever is coming.
Yes. Yeah,
So
it's sometimes the ideogram for me will actually be the object. Like
mm,
actually almost 90% for me. Whatever it is, it's supposed to be random. Your ideogram is supposed to be scribbles but for me I can't help it. It comes so fast and usually that's my best data. The rest of the data it gets a little fuzzier. But then also I'll go back to the numbers too to grab more data as well. Yeah.
I think it's like a reset every time when you probe the
Yes.
coordinates. It's like
Yes.
you are resetting.
Yes. Yeah, and that's important, right? Because I start to do a lot of interpretive overlay. I can feel like when my brain is trying to make a story out of everything and then going back and resetting. In our recent views, where we're viewing objects, I don't know about for you. You saw, so this is interesting. So we're just remote viewing objects recently for different new tests we're doing. And I got the object, but then I couldn't get a lot of data, really. I was like, well, that's it. It's it's a pencil, or it's a what, a spinny, one of those spinning finger spins. But you got you got all the objects and you got the surroundings, you got the house, you got the yard, you got, and then you did tune into the actual target, the shape down below. So you have this like bird's eye view. You grab a lot of data around, right?
Yeah, yeah, I do actually grab a lot of data around the object usually. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I do a lot of drawings
Mm-hmm.
and I describe a lot also. I don't know
Yes.
if you saw any of my sessions.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tony showed them to you,
The
but
live, the
I
monitored. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
do draw and write down a lot of information, like actual text. Sometimes there was one time I had to use a third paper.
Wow. Yes. Yes, you get a lot. What has been one of your favorite sessions that you or favorite readings that you've done? Because you're for
Oh,
people that don't, I mean, they don't probably understand. You're very accurate. It's a stunning talent, and so what has been one of your favorites?
I don't know if it was the Atlantic or Antarctic arc.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I don't
What was
remember if it was one of them. It was one of them. I think
it
it
was
was
one of
one
the
of
arcs.
of the arcs. It was the arc that JP got inside,
Oh,
and the Aztecs that were singing a Kuriamate went.
oh, wow. Wow, wow. When was that? Was that like 6 months ago
It
or
was in January.
in
It was in
January?
January. You
Yeah,
would not believe what happened to me. That was like the most profound
really.
session I've ever had.
What happened?
Damn it. Well, it was the first time that I could notice any barrier
Oh,
to keep me
oh,
from going. It
oh.
was transparent.
Hmm.
It was just like JP was saying that they were trying to go forward, but there was like a barrier that prevents you from going forward. It was almost exactly like that. I think I even wrote JP on that one.
Yeah, like there must be a team of, kind of psychic individuals that keeps it protected, right?
It was the arc itself
It was the arc
for,
itself, the consciousness of the arc. Wow.
to
Wow.
prevent remote viewers to go inside.
Wow.
It was actually a bonus to go inside the arc. It was Adrian who did the
Oh,
targeting.
yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. I remember. Okay. Okay. Great.
Yeah, and put as a bonus to describe the interior of the arc. And oh
Yeah.
boy, like I went inside. It was the first time I like bumped into the barrier. I was like, this is a freaking barrier here.
Wow.
And I was like kind of touching it.
Uh-huh.
I could feel on my fingertips some kind of sensation in my physical body, kind of sensation as if I'm really touching it. I was like, damn, barrier. And then 5 seconds after, I was like, I know what to do to go past through this. I just had to raise my vibration.
Oh, interest. That's a great tip.
Hmm.
Oh, wow. To what do you think of raising it something like love or just raising it pure simply?
Uh, I'm just too confident that when I want to raise my vibration, I close my eyes
Mhm.
and I do like, I'm gonna raise it and be calm. You be calm
Mm.
and you be confident that you're gonna raise it and you raise it and you get, okay, it's done. And I went through it.
And then what? What did you
It's
see?
damn it. I described basically what JP kind of described. I went through corridors. I saw wall.
Mhm.
The wall could transform and shape itself
Wow.
according accordingly. And if you want to go to a different room, a door opens in the wall.
Oh, wow. Oh,
So
interesting.
it's organic.
Mm.
It's a mixture of synthetic and organic. When you want
Oh,
to go inside, of course, with permission, but I was there because well, the Ark allowed me to go
allowed
there.
you.
So
Wow.
so I went to a room
Hmm.
and was like kind of looking around. There was not any furniture
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Like,
I
what is
guess
this?
it shows up when you need it. I
You need
don't
a
know.
seat. That's funny.
Yeah, and I drew like the corridors inside the ark,
Mm.
kind of,
Mhm.
and I reached the cockpit
Oh,
of the ark,
wow. Wow.
and I found the gemstone that they say that the consciousness is stored on it.
Wow.
And I saw that I was like, okay, enough. I want to go. Yeah, the hell you're going? The ark grabbed me. You're not going anywhere. It wouldn't let me leave.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? I viewed another arc for Jean-Charles Moyenne. It was
Hmm.
the same feeling. It wants to to bring you in, to know you, to use you even, not in a bad way. Like it's interesting how it mingles with
Merge
your
with you.
being. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it grabbed me. It's like, okay, you're here for a reason. You're not going anywhere without doing what you came here to do. This is kind of not a coincidence.
Wow.
And the next
Hmm.
minute, I found myself sucked inside the gemstone.
Oh my. Interesting. A merging of consciousness.
Exactly.
Wow.
I was inside the gemstone. I
Wow.
perceived it. And then, since I got inside, I felt my physical body dissolve. I was in Dubai at that time.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And for
In
who doesn't know, I sensed like Dubai have huge crystals underground.
interesting. That makes sense. It's a
It has
very powerful place.
huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first two
Wow.
nights I could not sleep.
Wow. I mean,
I Mhm.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Dan.
Well, I'm just, our story got so metaphysical there for a second, but I think for people watching, I mean, this is so amazing. When you're doing this work, you often start getting into these with remote viewing where you're given just a blind target. We don't know what it is. We just have the coordinates. And then sometimes you're brought into these incredible journeys because your consciousness is out collecting data and traveling. And this is part of the territory.
Hmm.
Other beings start to mingle with you, right? Like, because you're more
Yeah.
awake. And so, I know people can be like, it might feel like this is too incredible of a story, but when you're there visiting a spacecraft with the consciousness in the craft, you are not just viewing it, you become enmeshed in that
Hmm.
experience, and it's very real. So I just want to put that out there because our journey is pretty wild
Yeah.
when you start doing this professionally.
Yeah, there is one thing that happened to me that never happened again. I saw psychedelic colors,
Oh.
as if I had like magic mushrooms. When you have magic mushrooms, you
Uh-huh.
see all those colors and
Yeah,
patterns.
yeah.
I saw that in that session.
In that session. Wow.
In that session, particular inside the gemstone, in the
Wow.
part like kind of consciousness of the arc, and and after that it changed. I
Uh-huh.
kind of saw like a fairy dust, like like the
Wow.
fairy dust with light
Uh-huh.
that looked like fairy dust. And then the last thing was the heartbeat of the arc out itself. It
Yeah.
was it was like
Wow.
boom, boom, boom,
Wow.
boom, coming down, up, from here,
Mm-hmm.
up. It
Mm-hmm.
was boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, and started to speed up. Boom, 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 boom.
Wow. Wow. Activating
Yeah,
almost.
I was like my body. I knew that my body was there physically, but I didn't feel that my body was there.
Wow. So this could have been a real initiating moment for you because you're really on a path, right, of awakening and finding your mission, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, kind of. I think
Mm.
there was the beginning, like the remote viewing is the way to get to what I need to do,
I see.
and
Okay. Okay.
it's going in that direction. But there
Yeah.
was quite an experience to for you to feel your body disappear.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and this is the joy of remote viewing if you're in groups like with Tony Rodriguez that talks with Tony, that this journey is spiritual. You can't separate it. Once you start remote viewing, even if it's just for something dry, like you're just remote viewing a monument, it becomes a spiritual journey. Do you have any advice for others, like any like recommendations of what to do, of where to go if they want to explore these gifts?
I would definitely recommend Tony's remote viewing because it's not only about getting data.
Right.
This is about you finding out who you really are
Yeah.
and what you have been missing about yourself all this time and no
Wow.
one told you about. This is the path
Mm,
of remembering
mm,
the capabilities, who you really, what you can really do,
mm,
and get like closer to yourself. You
mhm.
become more confident in what you do. You
Yes.
start to take into account the thoughts that go into your mind, the
Mm,
thinking, the visions you have when you are
mhm,
like relaxed. You start
mhm.
to have to take into account that it's something important. It's not just garbage.
Wow.
It builds you in that way.
Mm,
It's therapeutic. It's improving. You
mm,
improve yourself a lot. That's what is been
mm.
with for me. That's what has been with me. And Tony is just amazing. I'm a fan of him, and
Yeah.
because he's 100% authentic, he's curious. And something that does to yourself also is that you become more curious about yourself.
Yes.
And of course, I have a whole lot more stuff that I can say
I know.
about.
I know. Well, and we might want to do another YouTube about the wisdoms that you're downloading and putting into a book because even just in this short period, you've said a lot of bombs that are people need to hear, and it's really really important right now. I think what your wisdoms that you're downloading. When you say it's interesting when you say we're remembering. I was just watching Dr. Moss, and I'm studying his dreams. He was a speaker and an author about the dream world, and he was also saying he was starting to work multidimensionally. He was starting to have beings come, and he also said life is about remembering your other selves, your other consciousnesses that are out there, and remembering who you really are in this more divine kind of blueprint. And it's interesting you're saying that because you were also telling me when we were chatting before about kind of remembering who you are and having it be much more multidimensional than you realized, if that's correct, right?
Yes, and
Mhm.
there is something that is very damaging, I think, or well, maybe not done on purpose, but people try to get spiritual, be only on the other side, be more on the other side, and all of that. You have to remember, you are all of that. You are
Mm,
the physical, the soul, the spirit, the consciousness is all you. When you are in only one, you miss the others. The
Mm,
physical is not less than the upper ones, which are greater energy. The body is the one who has less energy. The consciousness is what makes everything possible and is the thing that has the highest energy because it starts in the void, which is
mm,
where all the potential and everything comes from, and then it goes outwards as far out as it goes from the source.
hmm.
It starts to lose energy. That's why the vibration also
It's
drops
slower.
and the
Aha.
frequency also drops. That's how
Oh.
it works.
Mm-hmm.
So frequency is not that subtle thing. It's actually the opposite, is the strongest thing. It's not
Mm-hmm.
subtle at all because the consciousness is what keeps the body form and all of that intact. It's the consciousness. Consciousness is not the subtle, it's the strongest part.
Mm, wow. Yeah, yeah. So and I love how you say, and I'm kind of speaking about this a lot too, that right now people really want to escape and they think that the human physical form is kind of lowly and there's they're kind of detaching themselves from the human experience where there's actually a lot of wisdom about incarnating into this very dense form and how to navigate it and also how if you want to go kind of travel back towards the initial, right?
Hmm.
But kind of like you said, you're all of it. You can't just say, yeah, I'm gonna transcend now and
I'm gonna be in 50,
5D. I know.
60.
I know that, and that's going to trigger a lot of people watching because that has been a very big, um,
That's my opinion.
yeah. No, it's mine too. I think,
People, that's my opinion.
yeah, and I'm the same way. I think escaping to the 5D is not, it is not the only answer. I think really thriving in this 3D and I often equate it to, if you go to a country where your dollar is worth more, right? So if I go to a country and I all of a sudden I'm like, wow, this is amazing. If you can do that here, if you can come to the 3D where it's very dense and you can suddenly have access to this higher kind of self or consciousness, then you can really live like I'll say like live like a king here, that it becomes fun. The one of the most like joyful things you can do. That's kind of my opinion.
Yeah, and one thing I would say is we are separate. You are separate in
Mhm.
dimensions and layers, but you are
Mhm.
not separate at the same time. It's both.
Right, right,
It's
right.
not one or the other. It's
Yes.
both. You are like the individual and the whole at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
The confusion, like what takes people a lot of time in this kind of spiritual awakening and all of that is that people stick only to one side.
Hmm.
No, it's both.
Yeah.
You are the individual and the whole. So the
Yeah.
soul, your identity as a soul, spirit, or whatever you want to call it,
Hmm.
this thread is only one that is separated in different layers. It's all you.
Wow.
So you don't have to
Yeah.
discard the 3D just
Right.
to be on the 5D or on the 6D. No, it's
Hmm.
all. What you have to do is to remember the
Yeah.
other parts and be harmonious with it.
Yeah, that this is really I think a lot of people are thirsty for this knowledge, it's and I think I'd love to hear down below what people think if they can comment about this wisdom because I think we're going into that now. We're starting to see that it's everything. It's not just, oh, I'm down here or I'm up here or right. It's and
Divide and
also
conquer.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
The
This
division
is,
is right there.
yeah, that's right. That's right. And that's being pushed really hard in the algorithms now, dividing.
Hmm.
And when
And
at my uh-huh, mm-hmm,
I would be bold to say that what we are doing
mm-hmm,
with remote viewing is
mm-hmm.
paving the way into understanding what I just said.
Yes.
And the dream work that we are doing is
Yes.
another layer
Mm-hmm.
to bring something that is very important for people to understand that
Yeah.
dreams are not just dreams. They are as
Yes.
much important as the decisions and what we live in the kind of awakened state.
Yes.
Again, it's part of you. The dream is another
Mm-hmm.
part of you, is another way that you're living, even though you're sleeping here. Sorry, I drank something and it's good.
No, no, it's good. No, yeah, it's the energy
I
moving.
drank something and then, oh, let's
Yeah,
go
this
down.
is no, this has been, I mean, amazing conversation. I can't believe how much we've already covered in just this short time. I
Welcome to my world of conversations. I have
yes,
these kinds of conversations for
this
like
is
2 hours, and at the end of it, I was like, I should have recorded
I
this
should have. I
conversation.
know.
Damn it.
Yes, I think a podcast would be really great. This kind of info is great if you're, driving to work in the car and you can't watch YouTube, These
Yeah.
conversations are so important. So, I want to continue. I think what I would love to do, I was sitting here and kind of downloading, maybe we could, now at this time, we can move into, continue the conversation, which I'll put on my Patreon, which is free. You just have to become a member if you're watching now. But it helps give me a space that is not subjective to the YouTube algorithm, so that we can speak more freely if we have to.
Hmm.
So I'd love to jump
Sure.
into that, and then I'd love to, even if we can do this again, have you back on, and then I want to talk just about dreams. I think that could be another hour of discussion.
Whenever you want, I'm
Okay.
over it.
Okay, awesome. All right, thank you. All right, so I'm gonna scoot us over to a new recording. We'll see you on Patreon. What I'm gonna ask Ari about here, I want to know about his healing. He is a profound healer,
Oh,
a modern day kind of healer and a meditation specialist. I'm going to ask if he's comfortable. I forgot to ask you in the beginning if you might want to
mm,
do a 5-minute meditation to close us out in Patreon. If you want, that
sure.
would be a
Sure.
very special gift. Don't miss it. Check out my Patreon, Veronica Lynn, Space Mystic, and join us there. You just have to become a free member. You'll have access. All right. Ciao.
Sure.
We'll see you in a
Whenever
little
you're
bit.
ready.